Good morning, or whenever you're watching this. I have here the 4 completed coloring books that I have fully finished, and I've asked a few people around in the coloring community and even my own friends and asked if this would be something that someone would be interested in, and a few of them said yes. So I decided to film it. I am going to do a completed flip through of all 4 in order of when I finish them, and I hope you like it. Now, this is the very first book I finished, and I started this during COVID. Yes, during COVID. I had to think about that for a second. And this book is done strictly with Crayola Twistables. Some of the coloring is good, some of the coloring not so good, but I will show you regardless, because a finished book is a finished book. So yeah, as you can see, just messing around with colors and the test swatches. This page is good though. A little teddy bear. I will warn you, like the book says, creepy and cute coloring book. Some of the pages may be a little too creepy for some people. Like this. It was fun to color though. A little rib cage with candy. Again, you know, like these are very sloppily done. I would have done a way better job nowadays with my coloring style as they are now, but it is what it is. As this is the first book I've ever finished, you can tell when my art style has developed. Although I still really like this page. And again, little unicorns, and you disgust me, and I did it in all different greens. The heart that says stay weird. I did not a very good gradient, but I still did a gradient of different colors. Pretty good. A little shrunken head with, I don't know what was going on here with me. I don't know what I was doing over here. But regardless, I still think it turned out pretty cute. And this one's still pretty cute too. If it fits, it sits. A little torn up teddy bear. There's a lot of teddy bears, sorry, in the book. So this one says dead inside. Did like mismatched words. Oops, I will try not to do that. I just bumped the camera. Sorry, you guys all got a shake. Oh, flying coffin. Get in, losers. Feel like that's something my sister would say. Actually, I'm pretty sure she has said that to me. Anyways, a little teddy bear with a rainbow. Some stitching right here. Pretty cute still. The rib cage. Actually, still, I don't mind this rib cage. I think I did a decent job. I probably would have gone in more with shading, but another teddy bear with some ooze right here and oozing rainbows, and yes, and a cat eating ramen. A bat cat has wings, but eating ramen. A two-headed teddy bear. I remember doing these lines right here and thinking, oh my gosh, it's taking forever. But I kept thinking to myself that no, it's gonna look really good when it's done, and it does. So I'm happy I did it. Wish you were weird. Little simple pages. This is a very simple, weird book. I don't understand this. I never understood it when I got to this page either. But it was there, so it had to be colored. And then this is the title page. So I tried to do similar to the front cover, but I couldn't figure out at the time how to do this with Crayola Twistables and make it look good. So I just did one color, but I think it was too dark. I definitely would have changed the color if I had done this book now, but that's okay. And another thing is that I do not skip around. Once the page is done, I flip and I move on to the next. I don't jump around and go, oh, I'm going to do this page and then this page and then this page. No, I start from the very beginning and I keep working on the book one page at a time. Yeah, that's my process. I am not a jumper around. Oh, Bundy with a bandage. I actually like how I did the coloring right here. I think that turned out pretty good. Yeah. Emotionally unstable. I think this was my mom's favorite page when I did this book. It turned out good. This page took me a while, and as you can see that I have my little gradients and like test swatching down here. I don't do that anymore. I do it on a separate piece of paper. But I think this turned out good with all the different colors and the oozes and the different chunks of heart with the different gradients. I still really like this page. Yeah. And then a kitty eating ramen with like fingers and toes and eyeballs coming out of it. A creepy ramen. And I remember when I was doing this, because of all the stitching and stuff, I wanted it to be like a little bone right here, like a zombie cat, like Frankenstein together. Still pretty cute. Creepy, but cute. And then the brain pet, or what I call the brain pet. You know, I tried to do a basic color combo with the greens and yellows with just a little splash of red. On Instagram, there are pictures of me coloring this page, and I do like progress pictures of it. And I think he turned out really cute and creepy and like a little lizard brain puppy type thing. I don't know. I still think it's cute. And then we have like an 80s unicorn zombie eating a donut. Like a little 80s jumpsuit. If you hear noise, it's because my landlords are up and moving around. So. And then we just have this little page. Actually, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but there's like some sparkle No, I don't think the page is. The camera is, but this is all sparkly. And so is this. I don't understand the heel. It didn't really match. Like, to me, like, the heel doesn't match what the other images are, but whatever. And that is the last page in the book. And this was just classic Amazon paper. This is the back of the book. So that was the very first coloring book I ever finished. And then this next one was a gift for Christmas last year. And the person who gifted me this also gifted me my set of Black Widows, which is having its moment right now with my Hannah Carlson coloring books. If you want a really good pencil crayon recommendation for those books, or her books, it is Black Widows for sure. Now this book is done with only alcohol markers. This was my mishmash of first accumulated alcohol markers, and I think it turned out pretty good. There is some bleed through, you'll see in certain pages. And right here is where I started writing this. Start date, December 14th, 2024. And I finished this book really fast. Finish date, February 12th, 2025. And I wrote pages 106. I don't know if that's accurate, but anyways. And some of these I colored on my Twitch live. Sometimes I go on Twitch and I will color live. But yes, super easy, bold designs. As you can see right here, there's a bleed through from, I think it's that one right there. Yeah, little dotting right here, but that's okay. I like this one. There's food images, there's object images here, there's a bunch of mishmash. This type of book, the Bold and Easy, if you're unsure of a color combo in another book that you want to do, I would say get one of these books, flip it open, and do the color combo on here, because they're super easy. They take like seconds to color. I would color like 5 or 6 of these at a night. Like just mindless coloring, super quick, super fast. It's the first time I ever colored books. I don't know what's happening right here. That's not bleed through, that's just the pen. Yeah. More books. I remember doing these books and thinking that I wanted them to be like super neat and like precise, so I was very careful to make sure my pens didn't bleed. But yeah, if you're unsure like of different color combos and stuff, like this book is just so nice and easy to do them on. As you can see, some coloring and stuff, even though it's just a candle. Still irritating, but it's okay. I still think it looks cute. A little mishmash of quilts. Like a spaceship toaster. Oh, there's some yellowing right here. Oh, that's okay though. Some yellowing right here. I still think this is cute. When I did this design, I still thought it was super cute. Like a wet wipe or tissue holder. Some yellowing right here. But again, I didn't use super high quality alcohol markers. I used like an assortment that I had gotten on sale, and just, it's fine. Little gum boots and stuff, and there, yeah, you can see some yellowing. It's okay though. Ooh, this one's quite bad. Like, this image is quite cute, but like you can see the yellowing. You can definitely make out that they're like little gum boots right here. That's okay. I like expected it from this from the alcohol markers, but still. Some yellowing right here. And Gray's doing something weird here too. Some baking ingredients. Cozy vibes. I love doing this teapot. I remember doing it, and I just thought it was like a watermelon or a strawberry. It's very cute. Oh, this page is bad for the yellowing. Like, the coloring is good, it's just the yellowing. Oh well. Making jam. Pumpkin spice candle. I know a lot of people are going to be doing that nowadays. And this was the first time I did dotting. This was not part of the image. I did that. This is the only time I've done dotting, actually. I didn't do it in any of my other books. It's the only image. I wish I had a centerpiece like this, but even if I did, I'd have nowhere to put it. But cute little full. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's not even yellow. It was red. Oh boy. Makes me kind of want to rebuy the book and redo all of the images in better Ohuhu markers. Oh, that's okay though. I'm not going to do that. Cute little pumpkin. I didn't realize how bad the yellowing was going to be on some of these pages until we started flipping through. because I haven't opened this book since I finished it those months ago. So, blueberry pie. I love blueberry pie. I should make some. And then that is that. That is all of them for that book. And now for these two. So these two are done by the same artist. And I just have to figure out, I think it was... Hold on. I think it's this book, if I remember correctly. Hold on one second. Okay, either way, these are both done the same artist, and I pretty much started and finished them super close together, but this is the one that I finished first. And I did go back, actually, in my Amazon order list, or previous orders, and found the date, which was October 20, 2021. And then I finished it September 11, 2025. So as you can see, this is the page image. There's this. Again, this artist is on, you can find it on Amazon, like she is listed and everything, but it's Amazon book, so she doesn't publicize it. Or maybe, no, wait, she does right here. That's what I was looking for. It was, so. And there's the artist's name. So, she is listed. This book, again, is mostly Crayola Twistables. I was going to say Crayola Super Tips, but definitely not. And then I will let you know when they switched over to different types. It's quite cute. This one, yeah, every time I see this image, I'm like, it's a cat, it's a kraken, it's a bat. It's a mix, but it's still very cute. A little Grim Reaper with his little eyeball pet flying around. Still like that one. Very easy, very bold. Little ghosties coming out to play at night. This was the book where I was trying to decide if I liked doing backgrounds or not, and I've decided I hate doing backgrounds. So, there's that. Little shrunken head cherries. This one was cute. I really like this one. Three-headed dog playing in the moonlight. Yep. Oh, this page. Actually, okay, so this page, I learned how to do a technique. And if you have Crayolas, it works for other pencil crayons and things too. Now, yes, this is a jar of Vaseline, but it's not just Vaseline. I've mixed Johnson baby oil in here with the Vaseline, as you can see. And these two things mixed together, first they get very soupy, and then it like the Vaseline like hardens up a little and like solidifies. But it will cause a chemical reaction. I just use a Q-tip for this. I found the Q-tips work the best. And it will cause the wax in the pencil crayons and the crayons, and you can go around. You use very tiny amount. You do not need a very large amount. My English is so good. Anyways, so, and then you can blend them so well, and that's what I was experimenting with on here, and it works really good. However, if you are allergic to mineral oil, like I am, you have to be careful because it will cause you to have a rash. Just a heads up. So when I use that trick, I have to be very careful and I have to be very mindful. But I still really like using that trick. And it does work for other things. Now, this is when I got my alcohol markers and I thought, oh, how fast would it be if I just used some alcohol markers? And I played around with them. So it's probably yellowing in this book. I was playing around here with like the blendings and stuff like that. I colored these. I think I colored these images on my Twitch live as well. I didn't mind doing backgrounds with alcohol markers as much because it went a lot faster. This is one of my favorite images, even if it is starting to yellow and stuff. It's okay. Little eyeballs. This is, you can, these images right here, you'll see a lot in her books and stuff. She likes doing the drippy eyeball bats, which I think are quite cute. Little Easter bunny, drippy moon, drippy bats, getting ready. Looks like he's getting ready for war, but it's super cute. I think it's cute. A little ice cream skeleton. It looks so cute. She's flying on top of a giant eyeball. I did like a different effect for her hair. I don't know if I like how I did her hair, but I wanted to try something new. So, and this book is very open to experimentation with color combos again and different things. So, and because they're not realistic images, you can definitely do what you'd like. Cute little bat cat. And that is the end of that book. And as you can see, I believe this artist now does have way more books out as well, but these are the only two that I have of her. And again, I got it in, I had actually written that date wrong, but anyways, October 20, 2021. And actually I finished this book first. Oopsie. Okay, anyways, it was apparently the other book that I had finished last. And I'd counted, there's 25 pages in this book. And I think there was 25 pages in the other book or so, maybe 25 to 30. And again, this front cover page is the first page. And this was done in Crayola Twistables. Little moth with all of its flowers. I still really like this image. There is definitely a plus side to alcohol markers versus Twistables, vice versa. With the crayons, you don't have bleed through, and you never have to worry about your images changing because there's nothing to bleed. Yeah. But alcohol markers does make it faster in these books, that's for sure. I've even, in this book, I went ahead and numbered them all. Oh, excuse me. This image irritates me every time I see it because I accidentally grabbed the wrong crayon here and started coloring and realized that I'd messed up because I put the pencil crayon down, went and did something, and then came back to finish it, and I realized I had messed up. But that's okay. Still irritates me though. A little vampire boy out on a night flight. A little kitty doing predictions. A little pumpkin. And a bunny. By the way, and yes, I will say, hold on, if you notice this one and this one, yes, it is okay to not color absolutely everything. If you think the bunny looks better white and the page is white, leave the bunny white. Just do the details. It is okay to leave something white in a coloring book. And I know there's a lot of colorists out there who don't, and that's okay. That's their style. It doesn't have to be yours. That's my rant, and there you go. A little snake in a skull. Just trying to blend these. I still think it looked okay. And then this is where we get into the alcohol marker switch. A Batgirl. A bat. I really like how this moon turned out. Little devil cat taking a stroll in hell. I don't know. I think my alcohol marker was running out right here, it was doing some really weird things. Regardless, I still like the gradient of the reds and the oranges that I did on the middle. Little ghost kitty. Little goat on a rainbow. Little Reaper bunny. I really like how I did the drips here. With the drips, you can do so many things, different colors, lots of different choices for the drips. And for some reason, this is when I discovered that I had free will and I could make clouds purpley pink. And so you will see that a lot in the next few pages because I really enjoyed the color of them. Oh, this one was super cute. This one is the first time I used my white jelly roll for accents right here and here, and I think it turned out so good. I never thought I'd be a jelly roll person. I thought when I first saw them, I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. I would never do that. I am here for them. I take my words back. Oh, bubbling cauldron on some books. Little flaming skulls. This page is super cute to me. Oh, bat kitty coming out of its coffin, or going into its coffin, because I did a mourning scene in the background. And again, yes, I did pinkish purpley clouds. I like how this one turned out. Oh, little girl on a cloud. This one was a mess up. I started coloring this as black, which I never do. I don't do black backgrounds at all. And then, of course, the first time I do them, I mess up. So yes, and it's noticeable to me. So, but I like the gradients that I did right here. And like all the grout in the browns and stuff. I'm just irritated about this one spot. And then a little witch girl in a teacup. Oh, this one was adorable. I really like that one. Oh, witch kitty. Again, purple clouds. And I really enjoy doing 2 radiant or 2 color combo rainbows, especially in books like these. I don't know why. I just enjoy them, and I will continue doing them. The chains were a pain in the butt, but that's okay. I did them, and that is that. And this was actually the first time I chose to do like highlights or lowlights or whatever you want to call them on something. My gray marker was running out, but I was really determined to have a gray goat. And this isn't bleed through. My hand got covered in red marker. And while I was coloring the goatee, it smudged. And could I have covered it up? Yes. But then also I was like, meh. It's a little smudge mark. It's fine. But yes, that's not bleed through. That was just my hand being covered in red ink from all of this and the hearts. And that is the last page. So, if you had stuck around and watched all 4 flip throughs, I am very grateful. I love the fact that I have 4 already. I have a few books that are 2/3 or halfway through, and so my collection of finished books are growing with every page that I finish in other books that I have, and I will one day do a flip through of those. I probably will do I won't wait until I have 4. I'll do a flip through as I finish them, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.